They both have. So in New Game Plus, you do get the single action army. I know.
Yeah, with no bullets.
Nope.
Let's see.
All right.
Both have an RPG, though Leon's is busted.
Leon also has a grenade launcher.
You can, I believe you can get a grenade launcher.
You can't customize it with acid rounds, though.
Fair enough. I still think Snake has the edge. I still think Snake has the edge, because there's a lot of moments where I've been in Resident Evil where I've been like, if Leon just knew how to be quiet, he wouldn't have to fight every fucking person he saw.
I mean, I think that's actually a fair summation, but I feel like it's closer than you gave it credit for it before.
I do agree. I do agree that it was
no.
I'm not saying like I think Leon would do a pretty good job. Like if he had an RPG that could fucking instantly blow up the Pupa here.
Yeah, I prefer Leon in a boss fight.
Yeah, Leon in a boss fight, I wholeheartedly.
Stop it from charging at you.
But in terms of actually like experiencing the whole game, Leon is like overall he'd be outgunned and out like he wouldn't be as mobile when it comes to general balance. He would be able to shoot like a man, but then another man would shoot the shit out of him.
That's fair. Also, Snake, you want to shoot the big glowing thing.
Yeah, makes sense. What the hell?
Oh, this Shagohod seems.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this Nier Automata shit?
Get used to it. Every boss from this point forward will sing.
Not every.
The one specific one I think we're both talking about will not sing. Every other one.
Actually, there are two. There are two that technically won't sing.
Two?
Yes.
I don't remember the second one.
There's a helicopter you might be thinking.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, well, there's one more. We can talk about it during the next power.
Okay.
Whoa! All of these weird, like, mech things, CIA has developed, they will sing.
This god, fucking, I was not expecting this. Where are you going? Wait, what, huh?
There'll be some warning signs when it's coming out.
I hate that Huey's the one saying that.
Stay within the timeline.
Ah, fuck!
Out your hatred of Huey.
At this point, he's just a pathetic guy who got pushed down.
I mean, to an extent, he is always a pathetic guy who got pushed down some stairs.
It also, the singing it's doing reminds me of the Winter Lanterns from Bloodborne, and I hate it. Oh.
So Snake, I think you can shoot those mines, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could just not stand near them.
Oh!
Like that.
Wait, what happened to my rations? I still had some rations, didn't I?
Snake!
I think that did enough damage to kill you before the rations could heal you.
That, or you might have not had them actually equipped at that minute. You might have.
No, I had them equipped. I either Either it's what Vol said or I ran out.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
mean, if
you
there's
had two. So
auto rations don't help against burst damage.
Wow. Good to know. I really wish... Hey, question. Does pulling up this menu in future the other games pause the game again out of curiosity?
AI weapon. The Pupa. It's fast.
The item and weapon submenus.
No, that's permanent.
Oh god. That's probably the thing I like the least about this game.
Well, I will say it's easier. So in 5, the selection window for your weapons is much more simple. It's either or, pretty much. You can just hit up or down on the D-pad to cycle between the two.
Yeah, I guess if you don't need to bring up an actual submenu for it, then that's also all right. But
you also don't have a healing mechanism in 5 because it is a different damage type. It's much more modern shooter damage type in that you will get the blood at the edges of your screen, and it'll get really close to being like completely bloodshot, and then you die. But the benefit is you don't have to do anything to heal yourself. You just kind of have to stay out of damage for a bit.
right.
Unless you get really badly hurt. Then you have to do like emergency triage, but you just have to hold down triangle and it will fix itself. Snake?
It's fine.
That doesn't look like it should work, but okay.
I'm have to give you credit for that dodge. I didn't think in a million years that would work.
Well, it was either try it or just accept the damage, so...
Yeah, you're gonna want to destroy those.
Pop that one, then. Lesson comes through.
Meh. I'm out of law.
Yeah, all replay.
Uh-oh.
Everything's fine.
God damn, Snake.
That was clutch.
I gotta say, so far I like this boss fight.
I will say the boss fights in this game are probably the best. Franchise, frankly.
Interestingly enough, I
What?
feel like
What?
non-human boss fights tend to be that way in Metal Gear.
I don't... Well, don't crouch. I don't know if I would have said that was the case in the first one.
We only had one non-human boss fight in that game.
Yeah. Same with 2, honestly. The non-human boss fight was... The non-human boss fights in 2 were a mixed bag.
There were like maybe 3 boss fights in that whole game, though.
Oh, there's a lot of mines there, huh?
This game has a lot more non-human boss fights. Using this game as a metric in the franchise, that does end up being the case, but only because like every boss fight in this game is non-human.
Yeah, this game is an outlier for boss fights.
For the first time in the franchise, you're not going to have to fight a sniper, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I know those are your favorite.
Also, probably the only time in the franchise.
Whoa. What?
I'm trying to think of more.
There's 1 and 4.
Oh shit! I thought it was. I guess I was too close to those. Oh.
It can kill you.
Snake.
High voltage incoming.
Whoa! I'll
Like
just ground
Vulcan.
myself.
They combined Vulcan into Shagahad, the one!
That didn't work.
Assume you're Steph Curry.
Whoa, okay, well.
You have shit, Snake.
My Psyche's taking a lot of damage.
Well, normally it's not a problem, but during extended boss fights, it might be.
Whoa!
You're going up there, though.
Thank you.
What? Shit!
Oh, you're surrounded.
It's not
I think
great. I might be good where I am.
yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending
Oh,
out
God damn it.
as we speak.
Whoa. Oh, come on.
The downside to not having a proper health bar in 5 is you don't get the wonder that is the being able to call in like ammo resupplies and things like that, I think also make bosses significantly more fun.
There
I
we
think
go.
it gives them the freedom to make bosses harder.
Sure.
You destroyed the machine gun.
Like, the bosses in Peace Walker are a step more difficult than the bosses in 3, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Considering this the second boss, and it's giving you more trouble than I would say 4 out of the 5 bosses.
The treads!
3.
Oh, fuck, I'm out. Just die! Blow the hatch. Blow the hatch.
You should be able.
There we go. A little knock. I'm in control of the Shagahad now. That was fun.
Imagine if we could have brought this thing back to Mother Base.
Pull out all the AI's memory boards before the pod's ejected.
Uh,
The black memory boards are locked. Go after the boards with icons over them.
just all of them?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
They're good
Yes.
for you. Take them.
S are the most important.
S is most important?
Yes. It goes in the order of like
Any
what you would
boards you
expect.
remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions according to the icons displayed over them. Go ahead and take whichever ones you want.
Alright.
I'm not saying you have to grind this boss fight to get more of these AI cores, but
You might.
please get all the AI cores if you can.
I'm beginning to understand a little bit of what you meant when you said that they took a lot of inspiration from Monster Hunter now. Because this feels like super carving.
you go into the like monster's brain and tear out
Yeah.
individual synapses.
I got all the S's.
Oh yeah.
Is this Wyvern writing? Oh, I did. Oh, okay. Alright.
Goodbye, AI pod.
So, AI, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a new
That was an
technology. You don't
unmanned
really
weapon.
get it.
A prototype. I made it myself.
I doubt it'll, you know, catch on,
I work here.
take over the
Well,
whole U.S.
used to, anyway. Name's Huey.
That is a walking wheelchair, huh?
Yeah.
And who might you be? You don't look like
A
one
walk
of those
chair.
mercenaries.
Me, I'm an entomologist.
A fighting entomologist?
Good bluff,
I
Snake.
specialize in butterflies. I'm here to catch Ulysses.
Ulysses? Huh. I didn't think they lived in Costa Rica. Morphos, maybe?
That's it. Need to get some before the Washington Treaty goes into effect.
Says here Morphos aren't covered under the treaty.
Must have slipped my mind.
You sure you're feeling all right?
Anyway, long story short, the butterfly got away. So how about it, Doc? Did you make that big butterfly too?
Yes. And no.
What was that thing? What are they doing here?
Something tells me you're no ordinary entomologist.
Yeah, something.
I'm after the really
The
big
nukes
ones.
were loaded on that machine. The project's entering its final phase.
Project.
That's right. The thermonuclear warheads they brought in, the bases scattered throughout Costa Rica, the mercenaries, the AI weapons, the research we were conducting here. It's all for this. We used this facility to develop unmanned weapons.
That's the logo. That's the Peace Walker logo.
Robots. The one we
Unmanned?
just fought was a pupa. There's also
That's
a
strange.
flying type called chrysalis and a treaded type, the cocoon.
Ah.
Motor
Okay.
Control, target detection, tracking.
The chrysalis is the
attack,
flying one we've seen.
Capture and transport functions are all controlled
Yeah.
by an electronic brain. There's no need for a human pilot. They can only follow simple commands, though.
Why build them here?
For the CIA. They invited me here a year ago.
That's who that guy was.
CIA
guy.
station chief for Central America. Goes by the name of Hot Coldman. Apparently he was some sort of hero.
These robots are impressive, but the singing is
He's the one
stupid.
running
They
the
should
show.
roar instead.
We called it the Peace Walker Project.
Peace
That would be
Walker.
way cooler. Peace Walker.
They're going to deploy a new type of nuclear weapon along the Caribbean coast of Latin America. A mobile, unmanned nuclear platform.
Unmanned nuclear
What?
platform.
A failed
Stop.
deadly system that can automatically move into position and launch a retaliatory nuclear strike. It can move on its
can't.
own and stealth shields
It's
it
just
from radar and
how
satellite
his
detection,
natural state.
drastically reducing the risk of it being destroyed in a
Did they say Hot
preemptive
Coldman?
And this
Yes,
is the
Hot
new
Coldman.
deterrent.
I must have
Yes,
missed
his
that.
name is Hot
Supposed to
Coldman.
be.
Which one's Hot
The problem
Coldman?
is the locomotion
The
system.
The guy
CIA
who,
guy.
the guy
There's
who
no
pushed
dry
Huey down the
season in
stairs.
Caribbean.
Tattoo
It rains
Coldman.
all year round. The
His
terrain
name is
full
Hot
of tropical
Coldman.
rainforest.
I knew there was a Hot
Tiny
Coldman
people
in the
proper
series.
roads. So I went back to where it all started.
He's not the worst villain in the series, but he is the worst
Legs.
name.
Walking power.
I thought his name was
Mobile
Goldman,
launcher carrying a
though,
nuclear
when you said it
warhead even more
earlier.
powerful than the Soviet
No, not a
RDS-220s.
human name.
That's Peace Walker.
Chico's Basilisco.
Guess Kojima's practicing for
The
Death
assembly
Stranding.
and field testing here.
A walking nuke.
We don't get quite to
I
Die
sort of
Hardman
borrowed the
level.
original
Die
idea
Hardman.
from behind the Iron Curtain.
The missing link.
I will say, a lot of these names are making me appreciate the names that everyone got in Rising way more as well.
Metal Gear.
Did we drink from Metal Gear?
But they'd actually need to deploy dozens of
Wait, did Snake
Well,
say it, or?
Coldman
Huey
needs
They
both
funding
did.
for that.
Oh, they
Well,
both said
To
it?
get it,
Oh,
he's
well, I guess we
planning a
drink for
test,
Snake.
which will also serve as a
Both said
demonstration
Metal
for the
Gear
folks back at
dramatically.
Langley.
Metal Gear.
Wait, he's launching a nuke to prove that his
Huey
perfect
doesn't count.
Deterrent!
Steak.
There's a deterrent!
To prove
I'm
that
I'm
if
just gonna
someone
finish my
attacks
drink
us,
and then just call it.
we will strike back.
Fair enough.
Put simply,
We're
nuclear
only 2.5
deterrence is the
hours in.
idea of using nukes to keep nukes in check. If one side launches nuclear weapons, the other is sure to
I'm
launch
just taking
theirs in
very small
retaliation,
steps.
which makes launching an act of suicide. In the end, neither side can use its nukes. It's thanks to this doctrine that the world's two superpowers have avoided all-out confrontation. Nuclear deterrence has brought us peace. At the very least, it's prevented...
The double whammy right there.
That's two. That's 2 and 1.
That's why I
ladies
finished
and
my
gentlemen.
drink.
The theory of nuclear deterrence exists only on paper. In reality, there's no guarantee that either side would follow through with retaliation. There's the chance that a preemptive strike could destroy all the missile bases, render them unable to retaliate.
That's what I had.
But the biggest flaw in the theory is that the decision to retaliate has to be made by human beings. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say country X launches first against country Y. If the people in charge of country Y are like you and me, they're not going to be able to retaliate, knowing that they're effectively ending all human life.
So then the weak link in nuclear deterrence theory is the uncertainty of retaliation.
Bingo. And that creates a loophole country X can exploit to launch the first strike. Which is why we designed the system to be unmanned. With Peace Walker, retaliation is certain.
Oh, little
It
bit of
chooses the
real world
appropriate
history
target
for you.
and
There
launches a
are
retaliatory
like
nuclear strike
this was an
every
issue.
time,
Yeah.
without
So
needing
the way
human
they
input to
got
make the
around
call.
this in real
Launching a
life
nuclear
is the
strike
dead man's
against
hand,
Peace Walker is
which
tantamount to pushing
meant
the
a
launch
signal
button
would
against
essentially,
yourself.
if somebody
It
didn't
closes
enter a
the
code at a
loophole in
specific
nuclear
like given
deterrence theory,
point, or
rendering
if like
our
a
friends in
radio
country
signal
X
got cut,
completely
it would
unable to launch.
automatically launch nuclear weapons.
What Coleman is saying is that to achieve
Yep.
this goal,
But that said,
we
there's
need
still
to
the option of a
demonstrate
human
that
being canceling
retaliation
it.
will be carried out by a
Correct.
machine.
The point of Peace Walker is that a human
He
being
will
cannot
launch
cancel
his
it.
nuke,
You put a
and then
active
his
nuke
version of
launching
deterrence will be
station
complete.
out into the world
And you believe
as a
it.
threat. And nobody
I
can control
believe
it,
in
not even
peace
you.
through nuclear deterrence.
Why?
Well, that's another double
My
whammy.
father
In
worked
fact, the
on
point is that
Manhattan
you can't
Project.
control it.
He put his whole life into that research. And all it created was this illusion of peace called deterrence.
God damn it.
God, Huey, shut
When
up!
I was born.
If we ignore the drinks, this is
Unable
actually the
to
most
walk.
interesting plot Metal Gear's had so far.
I had no choice but to face up to the nukes.
Uh-huh.
But if they do end up launching, it'll all have been for nothing. They've got to be stopped.
Where'd they take the warheads?
To a base near the border. The final test is 5 days from now.
Where's the base?
You're gonna stop them? It's kind of a hike. And besides,
Keep
there's a
drawing
surefire way
Huey
to
like
halt the
he's a
project.
ghost
You see,
with
Peace
glowing
Walker
eyes.
isn't quite
Might as
finished
well
yet.
be.
What do you mean?
It's missing one last critical structural component. The AI. Its brain. The reptile pod, the electronic brain I was working
Reptile
on,
pod?
can only follow commands like, go there, attack that. I guess you could compare it to the human cerebellum. But for nuclear deterrence to work, it must function in place of a human decision maker. It needs something to analyze the huge volumes of data coming in and select an appropriate target for retaliation.
Uh-huh.
Hence, it needs the high-level decision-making ability of a cerebrum.
A mechanical cerebrum.
The hardware configuration is modeled on the human brain, similar to the pod I worked on, but its role is completely different.
Where's it being made?
A research lab to the north. An AI expert named Dr. Strangelove is developing it. Very hush-hush.
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove was
another.
recruited from
That
the
is what
States
Huey
too.
said.
Damn it.
In the field of AI, there's no one
I'm just
better,
keeping
that's
count
for
because
sure.
I'm out of drink.
But man,
Mhm.
what a basket
I'm
case.
still going.
She hates
I might
everyone.
regret this decision, but
Go to the
You
lab
decided
and
on both
destroy
deterrence
Peace
and
Walker's
peace.
cerebrum.
I did.
I'm pretty sure they haven't
I-
finished the final calibration.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
I'll lend you my ID card.
Also, the name
It'll get you
Peace
through
Walker
security
doesn't
at the
count.
lab.
We agreed
Yes.
on that, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. If peace was
One more
part of a name, it didn't
What's
count. Yeah.
this? A letter of recommendation.
If peace was part of a name, you
Yeah.
if that
It's,
didn't count, you'd be dead.
It's from me to Dr. Strangelove. don't read it, okay?
It's not a love letter, is it?
So
What is
what
it
will
with the
you do
Japanese
now?
and love letters?
I'm done with science. At this rate, I'm probably already halfway to hell anyway.
You and me
Not
both.
so fast.
Yes, you are,
not
Huey.
join
Please
us?
don't continue.
Our place is outer heaven. You'd fit right in.
Outer heaven?
Yeah,
I'm probably better suited to something like that than this paradise.
good. You get a free balloon trip for signing up. Enjoy it. You'll feel like a butterfly.
You're
Oh
an
wait,
agent,
what about
right?
my wheelchair?
Who do you work for?
Me.
Have you heard about
I
the
was a
Fulton?
Or tool, same as you. Now I'm not so useful anymore. So
What about my magical walking wheelchair? You can't.
Anyone. Call me Snake.
Snake.
The balloon will connect to your wheelchair. You'll be
That name
fine.
seems
There's a lot of
familiar
things that
somehow.
run in the
Yes,
Emmerich
probably
family.
just
Luckily,
deja vu.
Otacon managed to buck some of them.
You see that there?
Hmm.
Beyond the
I
cloud
mean,
forest?
not
See
the
those
creating
ruins?
nuclear death machines part.
That's where you'll find Dr. Strangelove's lab.
Or the being terribly unlucky in love part. Or the pissing himself part.
Whoops, I just bumped into my microphone. Sorry about that.
But all the other parts, for sure.
A country without an army. Oh, did I just complete chapter 1?
Indeed, you did.
Congratulations.
Woo! Support supply marker thrown.
Now the real Dark Souls begins.
Chaff grenade! Night vision
buddy.
goggles.
Old buddy!
My old friends, I've
The
missed you
doctor's safe here
so.
with us.
Huey, how are you feeling?
Never better. This is quite the pad you've got here, boss. I'm impressed.
Call me Snake.
Whatever you say. Like it or not, everyone here calls you boss. By the way, if you're at all interested in improving your tech, by all means assign me to the R&D section. I'm pretty sure I'll be of some use. Once we have the necessary materials and blueprints, we can start work on that bipedal mech.
Oh
I
yeah, I think
appreciate
you got
that,
S
but-
rank in R&D.
Are you sure you're
Hell
okay
yeah.
with having your work used for war?
I'll be using it to keep past mistakes in check. If I can help thwart the Peace Walker project, I'm happy to do it.
Deterrence theory, Huey style, huh?
Anyway, if you need any intel on the enemy's weapons or electronic brains, contact
Little
me.
sips.
I've been
Little
given my
sips.
own frequency.
Little Sims.
Sounds good to me, Doc. I'll do that.
Good. Whatever the means, you must put a stop to their plans. Hey, boss.
God, we're only 2.5 hours into the stream.
What now? MSF brand rations?
Actually, that
What?
sounds... No. With all the men we have now, it may be time we started sending some of them to other countries.
You mean dispatching marks?
How else are we gonna keep feeding the crew we have?
I know. You're right.
Okay, to deploy troops, select Outer Ops from the Mother Base menu. If it goes really well, we might even get new recruits, weapon design specs, or leads on
Are these the
new missions.
mercenaries?
We can deploy any vehicles or
Yes.
large-scale weapons
Ah,
in our
yeah.
arsenal as well.
And if things don't go really well?
Yeah, we could lose that.
Wait, this is
But we'll try and
mercenaries,
push
but the
you.
Palicos
You're
can
the one calling
die.
the shots here, boss.
Yeah. How do you feel about gambling, Snake?
Oh, I love gambling.
How do you feel about gambling on human lives?
It's a necessary risk, Snake.
Does it count as me killing them?
This
No?
I'm not gonna count.
What counts is you losing money.
They chose to fight for you, Snake.
Then I'm A-okay with it.
I was gonna say, it counts as you losing employees.
I can put my worst employees on there. Oh, I'm a terrible, terrible boss.
That's one way to fire them.
Out of a cannon, into the sun.
Hey Jeff, go brush that tank. You got this.
You got this, champ. Use an assault rifle. We got the M60s. No. The assault rifle.
No, the other guys get the M60s. You get the assault rifle.
Yeah,
Charge
yeah.
the tank.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You got it, boss.
Why are you winking at the guy with the law?
Actually, I can't tell if you're winking or just blinking since you only have one eye. I'm not really sure. Modified to show precise enemy locations, you say. Will dots appear on it now?
Oh, John. Just you wait. Just you wait.
Uh-oh. Hey, alligator leveled up.
Hey.
Good job, Travis. Yeah. No, I saw that, and I chose not to comment.
Huey.
Is Travis our favorite boy?
Travis,
yeah, you want him on orange.
I mean, so far he is, yeah. Oh, wow, he bumps it up to level 20. Look at that! Submachine guns. Assault magazine rank 1. Analyzer rank 2. Night vision goggles. Hell yeah. Centipede's still in sickbay, huh? Huh. Is there any indicator of how long it'll take them to recover? I guess it's the thing under sicknesses with the number, huh?
Yeah, it was at 23 before, I think.
For Amanda?
Yeah, like before this mission, it was at 23, now it's at 20.
Any idea what centipedes was at? Was it at 100 or?
I don't have a clue. I think your medical team isn't very high level.
I should have looked at centipedes. What centipede's level was on that.
I love their little blurb, by the way, for centipede.
I can't promise you I won't do bad things, but I'll promise you this: I'll never make us look bad.
Wow, that sure sounds like a certain company that we're not going to talk about right now.
Whew. I mean, that could be any company, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be anything from Blackwater to Blizzard.
Yep.
Outer Ops. Sure.
How do you feel about auto battlers?
You can send units to conflict zones, participate in combat. I mean, as primary gameplay, I don't care too much for them. As like a secondary thing, I don't really care. But we
put
whatever.
auto chess in your Metal Gear.
Cool. Like as a side thing that passively gets me stuff while I do the main gameplay, then it's like, yeah, that's cool, I guess, sure.
I mean, it can passively lose you stuff too.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes that's the risk you take.
These men chose to lay their lives on the line for us, boss.
I just promise you'll handle Travis Willingham with kitty gloves.
Don't get Travis killed.
I don't. Alligator, I will try to keep alive.
I like Travis. He has a good voice.
Absolutely. I am now realizing that I am, after playing Metal Gear Solid 5, I am adopting a Troy Baker-esque Ocelot dialect for Bigfoot, and I apologize for that.
Troy Baker plays Ocelot in 5?
You've adopted a Troy Baker-esque disregard for our troops.
Assigned Max. I don't think I have any. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, technically you could have, taken the tanks from the previous boss fights, but they would have been very difficult to do. If you ever want to improve your outer ops, maybe later in the game go back and try to steal those tanks.
Correct.
Probably don't want anyone that's too low level.
I'll be right back.
Okay, how about Magpie? So the people I assigned to this, are they no longer in my combat unit then? They no longer contribute to that?
No, I think they still contribute to your combat unit, you just can't use them in missions. Like, they can't be the playable character in the mission.
Got it, okay. Waiting orders, boss. Do you want Vicuna? You're in.
Alright.
The enemy team is 2. There's Buzzard and Buffalo, so... let's do a 3v2, maybe. How about Manta Ray? You look good. Maybe a 4v2. Rhino. My man.
Get in there.
Yes. I can do all three of these at once. I'm just gonna do that one for now.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get anybody new from there except Huey. Ooh. Chaff grenade. Yeah.
Your favorite.
Solid magazine, yeah. Analyzer, sure. Night vision goggles.
Snake.
Oh, I see.
Your money, Snake.
I see. Maybe not the magazine. Night vision goggles. What happens if I go into the red? Does it just not do things, or what happens?
It will negatively impact your troops, I'm pretty sure. They can,
Got it.
I believe they can fucking riot.
Ah, well, that's bad.
They certainly can in 5.
Don't want to do that. Alright, what we got next? Travel to the Cloud Forest! Central Heredia, where Dr. Strangelove's lab lies hidden among Mayan ruins. Jungle! Selva de la Leche.
Snake, Peace Walker is the heart of the enemy's project.
Something of the
prevent
milk.
its
That's all I know.
You'll need to either shut down or destroy the artificial intelligence that functions as its brain. According to Huey, that AI is now undergoing final calibrations in Strangelove's lab. It's inside a tropical cloud forest. Slip in and terminate that AI before they ship it out.
Oh yeah, do I need to do anything with those AI chips I got, or?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. I'm back in the jungle, so
Survival.
back to Tiger Strip, I guess. I think that's the... Yeah, I don't have any S's in jungle.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Next mission, you're just free to go through it, Snake. Nothing that looks like
We've also
particular note.
confirmed that some of the enemies specialize in ambushes. Amanda's crew calls them scouts. They'll blend themselves in with the terrain and the vegetation. Then, when they see you, they'll swoop in. They fight pretty much like commandos, and will use clearing techniques to flush you out. In addition to wielding normal weapons, the scouts also carry wires.
Sounds like these guys know their CQC.
Could be. We've been getting reports of CQC attacks being blocked by wires. Stay alert.
Uh-oh. Anti-CQC mans.
Maybe there is a use for the trank guns after all.
Yeah. What do you guys say about Cloud Forest?
The cloud forests cover the central mountainous region of the country. They are perpetually shrouded in fog. You get wet just standing there. It is as if the entire forest is inside a cloud.
Must make for poor visibility.
It does, but beauty too. It is like being lost in some mystical green labyrinth.
I'd rather not get lost, if that's okay.
The forests are also home to lots of rare animals, especially bright-colored frogs. They like the humidity.
I ate one of those once. It was terrible.
It might have
That sounds
killed me.
From here on in,
Why would you
we'll be
do
in a
that?
cloud forest.
They're clearly
The ground is
poisonous.
covered in vegetation.
I
We have
just...
plenty of
I
hiding
needed to know.
So will the enemy.
I'll keep an eye out for scouts.
Trying to force a way through would be suicide. Know the enemy's location before making any moves. Too bad you don't have some sort of radar.
I have.
Could try night vision.
Once you
Well,
know
I
where
don't
an
have that
enemy is,
researched
decide
yet,
how you
but
want to handle him. You could get into his blind spots.
Or drop him from a distance before he even has a clue someone's around. An eye for an eye, alright?
It makes the whole world blind, Snake. Come on.
Chico, you know much about cloud forests?
Not that much. All I know is there's a world of difference between a rainy rainforest and a foggy cloud forest.
How
But
does
they
this
have
turn
some
into a
things in
conversation
common.
about
But
dinosaurs?
like, for instance, you gotta watch out for poison dart frogs. Both rain and cloud forests have high humidity, so they're
Just don't
perfect
pause, I
environments
hate one
for
of
frogs and
those.
other amphibians. I mean, it's not like just touching a strawberry poison dart frog or a dying dart frog is going to kill you, but don't eat them, no matter how hungry you get.
I can get all the rations I need from Mother Base.
Oh, it didn't
No
kill
jungle
me,
food
but
for
I
me
didn't
this
like
time.
it.
Seriously? You're not disappointed you don't get to eat wild animals?
What do you think I am?
Just kidding. In Colombia, though, there's a frog, the golden dart frog, that's lethal to the touch.
How do you know all this?
Come on. Don't you think poisonous animals are cool?
Not if you get poisoned by one.
Well, obviously. One more thing. When you get to the forest, be on the lookout for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot!
I think I'll be okay there.
What are you doing in the forest?
Why are you in the forest, Bigfoot?
Hang on. Now hang on.
Bigfoot!
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot is
Wait,
an ape man
wait.
that lives in the
Oh,
Rocky
God.
Mountains. In the local
Now
Indian
that-
language, he's
I
known
wish that
as
were
Sasquatch.
true.
I was
And
gonna
get
say, aren't
this,
you more of the
he's over
Appalachians?
3 bara.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
So he's kind of like a gorilla?
Completely different.
Now-
Even the biggest gorillas only get to about 2 bara, and they walk on their knuckles. Bigfoot's
Okay, now
big,
I am one
and he
of
walks
those
on 2
things.
feet, like people.
So he's more man than ape.
Probably.
Now
His
that I
ancestors must
definitely
have split off
am.
from humans at some point.
I hope.
Like before they started using tools and stuff.
Yeah, but aren't the Rockies kind of far away from here?
Not that far. According to Darwin, humans came all the way
This is
over here
something
from Africa. Plus, there have been sightings
Yeah,
in
in the
Venezuela
grand
of
scheme
ape-men
of how
called
big the
Mono
Earth is,
Grande.
they're not that far
Costa
away.
Rica has tons of plant and animal species. So
I mean,
I'd
we're
expect
still
there to
all
be at
the
least
same
one
relative
kind of
coordinates
ape-man.
space-time,
At
you know?
least.
If you look at it, like, in the grand scheme of things, distance from here to the sun, it's about the same.
Hey, Bigfoot, how
Gotta
good are you
admit,
at using
I've
tools?
never heard of Mono Grande.
Yeah,
Well,
he's not as famous
you know,
as Bigfoot.
we know how well
He's
things
similar,
have gone
but
with
he
the
lives
signal
in
from time to
Venezuela.
time.
He's not that big, less than 2 bara, but he's way more ferocious than Bigfoot. Huh. I wonder just how mean he is. Like when he catches his prey, does he punch it to death?
That's the law of the wild. You catch your prey.
Law of the Wild?
You kill it. And you eat it.
Yeah. But
And
punching
he
is
punch it to
way
death.
more ferocious
Rules of
than biting.
nature, you might say?
Maybe it seems that way because that's what humans do. You really love UMAs, don't you, Chico?
Do you know what I think? I think your maze should be dangerous. Otherwise, where's the fun in hunting them?
Sure.
Chico.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
The fun is just trying to find a thing that we don't know if it exists or not, Chico.
Oh, geez, there's a lot that Huey has to
Yeah, I
talk
was gonna say,
about.
how much of Huey's shit do you want to listen to? There's a lot.
Talk about the Shagohod.
Those papers the CIA gave you, was there any data on the Shagohod in there?
Shagohod?
A nuclear tank that launches IRBMs. It competed against Gronin's system for approval.
Oh, the thing with the rockets. Designed by a guy named Sokolov, right?
What's so funny?
No, I was just remembering some of the commentary Gronin added to the Shagohod papers. You should have seen the way he badmouthed it. It was too conservative, too ugly.
I can imagine.
He was so angry when he wrote that, he smeared up the ink. And you know how shoddy the paper is over there to begin with.
I'll bet. That's Gronin, all right.
Imagine accelerating the launcher itself to 300 miles an hour to
I've
extend
watched
the
him
range of an
die.
IRBM.
Yeah, rest in
As
peace,
stupid as
Cannon.
it sounds, it's a hell of a concept. Who but the Soviets would think of using a tank as the first stage of a rocket? I actually took a cue from the Shagohod when I developed the Pupa.
Oh, you don't
That
say.
hovercraft thing? You stole that one too?
Give me a little
But-
credit. I only borrowed the concept. The technology is original. As it turned out, hover technology wasn't enough to handle all the terrain in Central America. It relied too much on brute force.
But the Shagohod was a major threat. That thing could corner like you wouldn't believe. Built pretty tough, too.
You sure know a lot about it.
It almost did me in. I couldn't forget it if I tried.
Did you in? So you were the one who took it down. Wow! You really are amazing.
I didn't do it alone.
No, seriously, thank you. We might not be here today if they'd begun mass-producing that thing. Then again, they're hard at work now miniaturizing nuclear warheads. Pretty soon they won't even need an accelerated launcher like the Shagohod.
Great. That means they're that much closer to being able to launch from anywhere in the world.
Foreshadowing.
No.
Thanks so much for skipping over the thing just entitled Metal Gear.
I considered it, but we've already had a lot to drink. You got anything else to new?
Nature,
new to say?
gentlemen.
No, nothing new about monsters. Okay.
Just keeping. Really, the only person we're keeping close tabs on right now is Chico, because we want that monster
I
fighting.
gotta know, man. I gotta know about the monsters.
As a note, by the way, monster roars are one of the few things that will do damage to your psyche.
Dope.
Don't worry about your psyche stat until you get to the Monster Hunter mission.
Got it. Yeah, like it actually was. I actually noticed it going down in that last boss fight, but it didn't seem to impact me too much. What happens if it empties?
You'll collapse.
Ah, I see.
And then most likely die, but possibly survive.
The Phantom Hero. Interesting.
Snake, how's the mule treating you?
1974. Costa
I should
Rica.
be there by tomorrow morning.
You've got to hurry. The AI could be completed any time now.
It'd be nice to have a guide.
Already on it. I've enlisted Paz to help
Maybe
you.
a
She knows
horse
the
and
jungle
not a
pretty well.
mule.
Snake, I know you are an expert in survival, but you need to stay alert. You are in an ancient jungle so foggy, you can hardly see the trees. It is home to 2,500 species of plants, including 400 types of orchids. There are also 500 species of butterflies and over 400 species of wild birds. The bedrock is solid enough that Mayan ruins have miraculously survived centuries of earthquakes.
An AI lab in a Mayan ruin. Who'd have thought, hey, Huey?
My sentiments exactly. That doesn't mean security's any less tight, though. You still have the ID card I gave you, don't you?
Got it right here.
Butterfly.
That'll get you through the gate, no problem. After that, you're on your
Oh,
own. As
foul!
long as the AI remains unassembled, Coldman's
What?
plan's on ice.
I was doing
What about
Bunch
security
Brothers.
inside the lab?
Well, it shouldn't be a problem for you. Strangelove demanded that the security presence inside
Is
the
he
lab
eating a
be
raw
kept
fish?
to a minimum.
Sure looks
He's
like
just,
it.
he's just eating a fish.
Coleman knows we're here. He's raised
You know, as he
security
does.
in the area
Oh,
surrounding the lab.
man.
You'll be seeing a lot of that chrysalis UAV, and a bunch of patrol choppers too. There may be scouts in the jungle lying in ambush. As you approach the lab,
You
the
fucking
extra
wild man, you.
Be careful.
Uh-oh.
They're looking for you. Stay sharp. Snake, Strangelove's lab is a few miles to the north. It won't be long before the AI is complete. Don't let that happen.
Get all the rations I need from Mother Base. Also, Snake eats a raw fish shirtless.
careful. If there's enemy scouts
At that
around
point,
here,
it's a
they'll
stylistic
be nearly
choice.
impossible to see.
Now, where's that frog?
Where's the frog that we're talking about?
Maybe it'll taste better here.
I want to try to eat one just to show him I can do it.
He said it would kill lesser men. But I'm not
Watch out.
most men.
Enemy search may not spot enemies that are actively hidden.
I'm built different. Oh, what? Oh, shit. Oh, right. Hi, scouts. Hey.
Ah, that was fast.
No. Roll. No, right. That's right. CQC bad. CQC bad.
I thought about mentioning the fact that they were going to be hidden, but...
I forgot.
Question, does that count as bungled CQC?
I would say yes. Snake, you should probably just leave the area.
Fuck. Yeah, probably. What? Wait, hang on.
Why did
Really,
you do it again?
I was trying to punch him. I wasn't going to do the CQC.
Leave!
Well,
There's nowhere to go.
you dedicated yourself to that one, Snake. I'll give you credit.
What happened? Say something. Snake!
It's fine.
Snake.
Oh,
Snake.
Snake.
Yeah, it's fine.
That might have been the award for the, like,
If
the
there's enemy
fastest
scouts
mission
around
has gone
here,
pear-shaped
they'll
ever.
be nearly impossible to see.
You got choked with a garrote wire like 3 times within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Can you box up this hill? Or are you just walk?
Watch out. Enemy search may not spot enemies that are actively hidden.
It won't, in fact.
I saw something show up on the radar briefly there. Okay, there's a guy there.
So, if you trank these men from a distance, the good news is I don't think they'll notice each other asleep because they don't want to give themselves away.
Why is that texture moving on the wall?
The water. It's a reflection. Because there's some water there. I think is what the idea is. Wasn't there another guy here?
You're right.
Ah.
Alright, clean.
See, I just had to remember that there were stealthy guys here, and then everything's fine.
We're not out of the woods yet, Snake.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I know.
You know who is out of the woods? Our new recruits.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Yeah, see, there's some water here.
Now, is that a lot of reflection for a little bit of water?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
It's
sure.
very
Oh, absolutely, yes, yeah.
It's very Disney ride reflected light.
I had a very like Pirates of the Caribbean feel suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Something tells me the scouts aren't going to show up on the Sonic Eye.
No, they will not.
Now you can't detect people who are actively hidden. Also, Sonic Eye is only for movement.
Yes. What's for sound specifically? I think it's picked up on people that just make a sound. Even if they
I.e.
don't.
people who aren't trying to hide.
Yeah. Like prisoners when they struggle.
Or people when they walk like normal people.
Yep.
Also, mark people in 5. Which will keep them revealed for you, even when they walk through things, which is nice.
Like in Spider-Man. You can do that in Spider-Man.
Yeah. You just have to wait until you hit the year 1984, and then you get all the technology.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait a while, Snake. You gotta about 10 years, about a decade before.
Yeah, you have to deal with batteries right now.
That's a scarecrow.
I feel like that's more of a scare man.
Well, I think... Well, it's the same model as the training dummy, so it's a dummy, I guess.
On the other side of that tree, there is a man.
Yup.
You can CQC them when they're not lying down.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You get more points for just shooting them, though.
I think I'll probably just shoot him.
Just in case you wanted to save suppressor.
Yeah, suppressor's not to be that much of an issue with the upgrade.
Complete.
If I had to guess, there's probably another man behind that tree, Snake. Also, the stream is a bit to pot for us.
Oh, yeah, my upload is a little up and down right now. I don't see anybody here. It might have been all of them. Unless there's another guy around the bend here.
So let's just go for it.
Wait, both of those... Where am I going?
Just keep going north.
I don't actually have a path to my goal currently.
Just keep going north for now.
Yeah. If that at all interests you, you're currently heading through the jungle of milk.
Yeah, well, yeah, I noticed it was de la leche, which I knew what leche meant. I didn't know what the first word meant, but I figured it was probably jungle or something.
Admittedly, I needed to look up the first word too, because I have an elementary school knowledge of Spanish.
Yeah, I took a couple years in high school. That's about all I know.
I took a couple years in elementary school. I spoke Spanish up until 5th grade.
Yeah.
But as a result, I only have a child's understanding of Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I was foolish enough to in high school when we were given the option to learn, 2 potentially useful languages of Spanish and French, of picking to take German instead.
Oh, Caroline will appreciate that, but otherwise no.
Oh, I didn't take 2. I didn't even learn that much. Like, honestly, so in middle school, I picked it because the teacher was the coolest at the time. And in high school, I continued with it because we really didn't do much learning of the language. It was just like random bullshit. And that man you're going to have to shoot. I would recommend getting to where you can get a headshot.
Now, if you want to offer that man a job...
No.
Another guy over here. Oh, and there's one over there. How many phones do I have? 7? Okay. Said to raise camo index in a certain environment, but where remains a mystery? Okay. Sure.
I'm glad you found that, because my tactical guide did not have that mark.
There's a prisoner here. El rato de la muerte. Something about death, I guess. Oh, cutscene time.
Helicopter time.
Just so you know, this area is the Eyes of Death.
Ah!
Well, specifically the Cataracts of Death.
Right, that makes sense.
Hey, Snake. Did you think you were going to get out of this whole game without having to fight a hind?
Maybe. You never know.
Well, you thought wrong.
According to this is not a hind. This is an MI-24A.
Well, yeah. Not technically a hind.
It is not technically a hind, no. I think this might be the last helicopter he has to fight in Metal Gear, right?
I'm pretty sure you have to fight 1 in 4. And you can choose to fight them in 5.
Well, yeah, but it's optional.
Also, it's much easier in 5. So, less of a boss fight, more of a you hit them with a rocket and they
Thanks for
crash.
putting me on the R&D team, Snake. I'll cut to the chase. We've commenced development on our own bipedal weapon. The only thing is, we don't exactly have easy access to resources here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the budget of a defense department behind us.
I understand. That's why I want to ask you something. If you fight any more AI weapons, could you try to gather as many of their parts as you can? That would really make things go a lot smoother.
Again, easier said than done.
If anyone could do it, you can, boss. You single-handedly took out the Pupa.
True.
Look,
I sure did.
I can just work with what we have here. I'm not trying to force you to take unnecessary risks. You're the boss around here.
All right. No promises. But I'll think about it.
Great. Also, each AI weapon has a head part that serves as the core of its armament. Recovering a head part will allow you to use the weapon associated with that part. But those guys won't go down without a fight, so don't get too preoccupied with this stuff.
Don't worry. I'm not about to risk my life for a bunch of scrap.
I would hope not. One more thing. Our new bipedal weapon needs a name.
Good point. We can't keep calling it our bipedal weapon.
I had a talk with Miller, and we came up with Metal Gear Zeke.
Metal Gear. Zeke?
Yep. As you know,
That's a drink.
Metal Gear was coined by Granin.
And Zeke?
It's a name the U.S. military gave to Japanese aircraft that flew during World War II.
Oh.
Zeke was the Japanese Navy's best fighter plane. So are you okay with that, Snake?
Sure. Fine by me.
Miller was saying that an army
I'd prefer
without
something
borders
cooler
needed
like
deterrent
Rex,
against other
but I guess
countries.
Zeke is fine.
He's right. With Metal
It
Gear,
seems
MSF
weirdly
can achieve true
Japan-centric, but okay.
What about, I don't know, Sahelanthropus?
Maybe
No.
Metal Gear Excelsior.
Those are all stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
If
can
you-
go build Metal Gear if you want.
Oh,
Yeah, if you want the real ending, you're gonna need to build Metal Gear.
all right.
Also, in addition, you can build like riot shields and other shit.
Steph Morel is falling. You were at 105% food. Oh God.
7% now.
Ah,
You
jeez.
got
Red.
more men's now, Snake.
You're a 3-star chef. Go on there. Just when I needed you. Oh, you're a C on Intel? Hell yeah. Hummingbird? Also Intel. Shrimp?
Sable,
Intel.
I was
Sparrow?
gonna say Sable sucks. You probably want to put him
Intel.
on food.
Sable? Yeah. Nighthawk?
Also sucks.
Yeah.
S for name, but everything.
Like if they got an E, just put him on mess hall so that way
Yeah.
they beat everybody else.
Yeah.
Like some people here suck, but at least they can feed other humans.
That's true, yeah. What's Centipede at now? 42? Oh, God. Oh, it only went down by 12.
What's Amanda at?
20. Isn't that what she was at last time?
Yep.
Might be what she that last time.
I think
Medical team isn't good.
I think hers might be story locked, but I don't know.
It's not.
It's not?
Your medical team is that bad.
Oh no. Do I have any better people from I don't have any better people from med team. I mean I have Huey, but Huey's an S in R&D.
Yeah, feel free to like do any side ops or just do the boss fight. Like
Viper's a C in med.
I mean, Kojima's or Hideo, excuse me, is an S in med.
That's true, but I lose 3 levels in intel.
I think if you go below a certain level, it'll cancel projects you aren't ready for.
Yeah, you have to finish them, but after you finish them, it doesn't matter.
There, they're both at 14 now. Med and intel. Metal Gear. Sure. Develop Metal Gear Zeke, a bipedal tank. Once Metal Gear Zeke is complete, you can deploy this powerful new weapon on outer ops and other missions. Development of Metal Gear Zeke is dependent on parts collected from all the AI weapons you encounter. Parts you can obtain include armaments such as jetpacks and additional armor. These parts vary by AI. This concludes the tutorial. Wow, thanks.
You don't have enough to build any bit of Metal Gear Zeke yet.
Oh, no, maybe. Oh, no.
Wait, didn't I grab exclusively S?
You sure did. You got 1 C, I think. Snake, I'm gonna be honest, you got me. I have no idea.
There'll be more boss fights, don't worry about it.
Did what I do even matter?
Metal Gear Zeke is an endgame thing. You're going to be building Metal Gear Zeke the entire game, essentially.
Damn it, I can't even do the paint color until it's complete.
Why would you be able to paint a thing you haven't built?
Shit, I can't do anything.
I want to build Metal Gear.
All right, R&D.
Why can't I just Tony Stark it in a cave? Huh.
Shield. Ballistic shield. Oh. Interesting. I don't think I have enough for anything else. Well, I could make the magazine. Alrighty. Use C4 charges to destroy the container, receive all items, huh? That sounds like it could be useful.
Let's get this mission started. Complete the mission and proceed to the Fulton recovery point so we can get you back alive and well. Good luck out there.
Does it tell me whether or not I can use Snake somewhere?
Mission prep. Yeah, you can use Snake.
Oh, okay.
It would say NA if you could.
Just gotta blow a thing up with C4 and then get out of there and I get stuff. That thing.
Pretty much.
Oops. There we go. All right. It's up there. Got it.
You just gotta make your way through the village.
Easy peasy. What?
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
I know I saw something.
Nah. I mean, maybe. You did, yes, but no. Where did you go?
I think it's just that guy there.
No, there was a second guy that was right over there.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the guy that saw you.
No, he's the one that had the exclamation mark.
Oh, okay, it's that guy.
The other guy go. Oh, there you are.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Nice. Now we've got to recover those supplies. Hurry. Yes. Now get over to the goal.
Down there. Okay.
Head for the recovery zone. We'll pick you up there. Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution.
Easy peasy.
You did it. Keep
Yeah,
up.
most extra ops are like that.
In and out,
Look at
no
all the
problem.
free shit you got.
Yeah. PKM design specs?
I think that might be another LMG. So, I mean, good boss fights.
All right, what we got? What we got now? Hey, got the shield. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you're a D on mess hall, huh? Sure. Medical.
I mean, he's bad at everything.
Medical. Levels medical up. Autoplay, I guess?
Yeah, this is the auto battler part where you get to see how the battle went.
Yeah, to see if your guys died.
They didn't roll well on initiative, I'll tell you that.
They annihilated the enemy, though.
Good
Nice.
job, troops.
Cardboard box tank rank 1. Combat ready love box. Player 1 serves as driver, player 2 as gunner.
Was I lying when I said boxes were at their best in this game?
That's fucking incredible. Oh my god. Oh, I got a volunteer. The vet cat. Well, you guys can probably handle the enemy team, right? Maybe another one? Does the positioning matter at all?
Not really. It's just how many people you send, you know?
You know, let's send one more in with you.
I think if you send them, it lowers your GMP because they're not at the base, you know?
I was curious about that.
If you don't care about that, you can just send them, and it'll be fine.
Launch. The cat. You are R&D or food?
Probably R&D, right?
Yeah, R&D for now. We don't need to go in food right now.
I think you have a helicopter to kill.
Yep.
You sure do.
Sure do.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get another drink.
Okie dokie. Okay, I've got enough for that. Alright, cool. Attack chopper battle. MI-24A.
Snake, that's
Oh, it is a hind!
You've got to take it out.
Oh, it is a hind.
Either neutralize the soldiers or bring down the chopper. Good luck.
There's a thing about fighting hinds in Metal Gear.
We have to say about
Catarata de la Muerte means
Waterfall of Death.
Huh. How cheerful.
I am sure it will be no problem for you, Snake. Especially compared to all the dire situations you've faced in the past.
Yeah, easy to say now. We'll see what really happens.
Sorry. Still, you have surprised me. Everything they say about the legend is true.
I'm neither hero nor legend. But for some reason, I don't mind you calling me that.
Thanks. Be careful, Snake. Peace.
Why would you do that? How fucking dare you, child?
I just noticed a really cool... What's that class you have?
This?
Yeah.
This. It's one of 4 matching, like, they're not, I think they're just plastic, but they're like, promotional Lord of the Rings goblets, and each one has got a different character on it. This one has Aragorn on it.
I just noticed you were drinking out of a friggin' chalice.
Yeah,
also,
well, I mean, that's...
Corbin, she said peace for...
Oh, yeah.
Sentence for no reason.
Yeah, that's
Right.
yeah, I pretty much, whenever I make Moscow Mules, I put them in this, because the way they're made, it's easy to measure by just pouring the liquids right in.
Is it because of like the sort of ribbed stem you have there?
Yeah, it just makes it easy to measure as I'm pouring.
Nice.
They also light up. I don't know if this one...
I'm sorry?
Hang on. No, this one doesn't work. Well, it kind of lights up a little bit. The base comes off, and it's a battery pack, and it does like a red glow. It lights it up.
Phil, is that a cup from when Lord of the Rings first released in theaters?
I think so, yes.
So you're drinking out of like a 15-year-old plastic cup.
Yes. It might be. It might not. It might be. It might be glass. It might just be the base that's plastic. I'm not sure.
How can you not know if it's glass or not?
Well, I don't know.
You're drinking out of it.
Meanwhile, Bigfoot, as a drinking nerd over here, is thinking a Moscow Mule and anything that's not a like copper cup. Blasphemy.
As somebody who owns 2 copper cups only for Moscow Mules, I will agree.
I don't think we have any.
Don't even think about facing a chopper head-on. Guerrilla tactics would work well in a place like that. Moving from tree to tree will make it hard to get a fix on you from the air. That's your best chance.
Good thinking, Commandante. You clearly know your way around a battlefield.
Enough, boss. Time to stop
Did
talking
that
and
sound
start
like
using your ears.
sarcastic?
You won't be able
It's a
to
little
see the
bit.
chopper that well. It's important to use sound to get a read on its position. You could
It
also
sounded
try
like
taking out
anime
its
where they
tail
need to
rotor.
like fit a
That
certain
would greatly
cadence.
reduce its mobility.
Yeah, this has
And
got to be
watch out
glass.
for ground troops.
For some reason, I always
Copy
thought
that,
they were plastic,
Commandante.
but it's got to be glass.
Yeah, plastic doesn't tink.
Yeah.
I heard the tink.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was plastic.
I'll be honest, I don't know why you thought it was plastic either.
So this Dr. Strangelove was at NASA?
Yeah. Well, actually, Strangelove left for DARPA not long after I joined.
And the
DARPA?
two of you ended up back together doing research in Costa Rica.
Not exactly together. We coordinated on a few things, but the research projects themselves were separate from each other. We had it worked out so that Dr. Strangelove handled the mammal pod, Peace Walker's cerebrum, while I did the rest.
That letter. Something to do with your research?
Huh? No, it's yeah, it's a report. Research findings.
Research findings? Anything in there we could use against Peace Walker?
You're worse at lying than I am.
Just don't read it, okay? Promise me you won't?
I hate that Huey is a lot more handsome than Otacon. I actually do hate it.
I would honestly.
I'm not happy about that fact.
Despise that man.
The only thing I notice about him is that he just looks greasy. He looks really shiny compared to everyone else.
He is a greasy man.
He is a greasy man, I'm not gonna lie. He looks greasier than the Costa Rican rebels who haven't showered in weeks.
Yeah. Snake. Ruins.
I was gonna say, it's combat time. To be honest, if you want to go naked any other color, feel free. The only important part was the naked.
It's true. But I feel like for you, Snake.
I mean, it doesn't matter a whole lot. Some of them have a.
Maybe some days you're feeling red.
Some of them have a C in something, but most of them are just D's across the board.
Let's rock.
I consider it kind of like a mood ring. How are you feeling?
When are you not feeling pink, Snake?
Rarely.
Rarely, if ever.
Oh yeah, chaff grenade. That might be
It'll
useful.
probably be more useful than a smoke grenade.
I would save that against the AI weapons, though.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. It was like, because it seemed like there was a retinue of soldiers with this, which I think smoke grenade is more useful for dealing with.
Yeah. I mean, grenades in general aren't going to be great against the Hind itself.
Yeah. I just unequip the C4.
You got your rations, you got your tortilla chips, you got your Steph Curry.
Sound indicator, anything else? Coffee? Not coffee. Tea?
Come on, Snake, what would Zero think?
Oh, shield. Ah, shield. I have a shield now. Yeah, alright.
Oh yeah, you can turtle.
Hang on.
Hey, do you want to enter the Uncanny Valley? Really look at Snake's forearm.
I mean, it's
this is incredibly evenly thick arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
From this angle, yeah.
He just kind of has like an inflatable sausage arm.
From this angle, it doesn't look as weird. This angle, though.
Yeah, that was the angle I was thinking.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Don't aim out that eye.
Eliminate that squadron, Snake.
You heard him, Snake. Eliminate the squadron.
Yeah, remember that part where you didn't equip any non-lethal weapons?
Yep. Sure do. Whoa!
That guy is near death. You can Fulton him if you need to.
I was gonna say.
That guy is dead now.
Ah, I see. I think I need to have a CQC weapon equipped for the shield to work.
I mean, it's working in the sense that you aren't dead yet.
Alright, Fulton's. I don't have any of those equipped, and it sent them straight to storage, I guess.
Yeah, you don't change your loadout once the mission starts.
Cannon 5.
Yep.
You know what's nice about helicopters? They can't say the words peace or deterrence.
But you know what they can do?
Kill us.
Yeah, cause the game over. That was terrifying because you were looking directly into the sun. And you didn't know if missiles were coming or if your missile had hit.
I knew they were coming.
Okay, you knew they were coming, but not when.
That guy's gonna wake up at some point! Unless the missiles hit him first.
There's a great possibility he won't wake up.
Alright, you hit the fuel tank. They won't be going anywhere for a while. Damn it! Looks like they've got a backup fuel tank.
Oh, it have not hit the other one. Oh shit!
Yeah, supply marker is your friend.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak. Nice work. Their fuel tank's gone. That should stop them for a while.
Now, so here's when we take this down. I know we have to, but there is a living man in this helicopter.
I am willing to let this one go because there is no other option.
Yeah. We count the guys that Snake definitely murdered with the...
Yeah, he's got enough
machine
kills.
gun.
He has enough blood on his hands for this mission already. He had the option of giving up one of his lethal weapons in order to, trank those guys, and he chose not to.
Can I hit the rotors?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, the guy's awake. Sit back down.
Oh, I'm surprised it took that long to fire the missiles again.
I want to call in the supply.
Oh, yeah, probably.
They've okayed the request for support. They're
Whoa.
Solid Snake in the year, like, 1999 have so much trouble with this?
It's a great question.
He had, like, magic nanomachine radar.
Well, he had magic nanomachine radar, but he was on the top of a fucking, like, structure with nowhere to hide.
Yeah, that sucked.
You were at least in the jungle and have places that you can kind of position yourself that, And then he did have to, like, rappel down the side of a building while the helicopter was not destroyed.
Okay, why did Raiden have this much trouble? He had Stinger missiles.
Now that, you got me.
Woo!
Especially since in 5, a single Stinger missile will absolutely murder a helicopter.
Sent out shortly.
Yeah, like a stiff breeze will kill a helicopter in real life.
Almost got it, Snake. You just gotta take a million years to reload your puppets. That's another thing. Snake reloads a little bit faster than Leon.
Go around!
There we go.
When Leon doesn't have 999 bullets.
Correct.
You down the chopper. Excellent work.
I missed those bullets.
I'm sure you do.
They served their job, at least. Maybe I could have gotten a few more headshots, but you know...
I'd like to say that those bullets helped you through the difficult parts of the game.
Oh no.
Sneaking suit!
That doesn't sound like you can say that, though, doesn't it?
I got the sneaking suit.
Oh, hey, you got the sneaking suit. You should probably equip that.
Boss.
Oh boy.
I'm starting to wonder if recruiting the soldiers with a Fulton isn't a little heavy-handed.
What are you talking
I
about?
already don't like where this is going.
I think the voluntary approach could be more pragmatic. Technically, we're not a corporate entity, but at our size, that's not too far from the truth. We can't keep using guerrilla tactics to find new blood. To search for volunteers, select recruit from the menu, or select trade to exchange soldiers with other mercenary units.
Yeah, provided we've got the friends for
Mercenary Pokemon.
Moonras? Race? Rassy?
Yeah, you know, I don't have a clue.
Moon. Robin!
Moon.
Moon.
Tim Drake.
Robin. I'm Batman now.
Recruit, you say?
I mean, you saw how quick you were to put a 12-year-old into military service. You're absolutely Batman.
Soldier search. Force all prospective MSF members into submission using only CQC melee attacks.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
Huh. Looks like our reputation is spreading. We've got battle-hardened veterans from all kinds of places trying to join our army. But they insist on testing your skills to see if you're the real deal before they'll join. Let's put these arrogant upstarts in their place.
Take them down using hand-to-hand strikes or CQC. If you can knock them all out within the time limit, they'll join us, becoming powerful allies. Don't disappoint them, boss. Show them what you got.
Reporting for duty. One more time. You win this one.
And that was the mission.
All right. I'll work for you. Whatever you say, boss.
Watch it give you a C.
No rank.
No rank.
Didn't get anything from that.
I mean, you got a single guy.
Well, no, that's true, yeah. What? I got one man.
You got one man that you slammed into the dirt 3 times. Hey, that's more than most.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
He
true.
decided that would make a great work environment. Now, was that guy
Mallard? Alright, Mallard, what you got? You're a C in combat.
Okay,
right.
he's worth money. How's Amanda doing?
Oh my god, it's still at 20. What the fuck?
Maybe she is storyline locked. But
Okay,
the
you
other
know-
guy's healing.
I fucking... Maybe I do put Hideo here, huh? Maybe I do.
And no risk checking. I'm sure no matter where Hideo is, he'll definitely do a good job and not make a weird game that's essentially a walking simulator.
Hey, fuck you. That game's actually good.
I couldn't play it. I tried, and boy howdy, I love Metal Gear Solid 5, but I could not play.
I would say that game is better than Metal Gear Solid 5.
Interesting.
I actually do enjoy Death Stranding quite a bit.
Interesting.
I tried.
Now, could Death Stranding stand for, like, an editor to tell Hideo Kojima to shorten the game by 30%? Yes.
Wait, do I have ID card age?
And it maybe, make the beginning of the game fun too.
Yeah.
I do? Oh yeah, that's Huey's, right?
They wouldn't let you do the game if you didn't have it.
Yeah, that's Huey's. Yeah, okay. I
You just need to probably equip it, though.
Just wasn't sure if that was the same ID card or not.
Snake, infiltrate Dr. Strangelove's research lab and either deactivate or destroy the AI. The lab's built into some ancient ruins, so find those first.
You got it, Kaz.
I will also say my friend who is one of the biggest Metal Gear Solid, loves Kojima's kind of weirdness when it comes to these games. He bounced off of Death Stranding, which surprised me.
This isn't actually
Death
even...
Stranding isn't really a Metal Gear Solid game so much. Honestly, comparing them feels weird.
Stealth.
He loves Kojima weirdness too, though, and he bounced still.
Which is very, very odd, because this feels like peak Kojima weirdness.
Yeah.
Especially once... Okay, question. Did you ever get to the Mads Mikkelsen level?
No. I will tell you where I got. I got through the first couple of beginning missions after being a human tower for a little too long. And then I fell in a river, lost all of my stuff, and was attacked by ghosts and said, I think I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole fucking game, is just try to make it from point A to point B without falling in a river and getting attacked by ghosts. I won't lie, it's just that. I thought it had very good music and very fun visuals and a very good sort of feeling of weight while I did it, so I didn't mind.
See, I like doing actual game things in my game.
I mean, what defines actual game things to you?
I don't know.
There is a vast disparity in what that means.
No,
I was gonna say, you're very
I
much
know,
interacting with the world in that game. That game is all about interacting with the world.
I said that as purposefully being a little hyperbolic there. What I mean, moreover than anything else, is that the type of game I want to play isn't moving from point A to point B and having to redistribute my weight on my human being as I try and do so the whole time.
It sounds like you don't want to work as a blue-collar worker rebuilding America.
I sure don't. Correct. I don't want to do that.
I would describe that game as a legitimate blue-collar trek to rebuild the soul of America. And it is
What I have to say.
It is quite fulfilling if you enjoy the act of building things. Like it's
Process of playing.
it's not quite a Minecraft, I would say, but it's closer to Minecraft than Metal Gear in a weird way, you know?
But the thing is, it controls slightly differently from like Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, it's not a huge movement in terms of like how you control from that game to Death Stranding. But then it's this completely different game, which is fine, except for the fact the game is like human Jenga.
I mean, technically it's using the engine from Horizon Zero Dawn, so it's closer to Horizon Zero Dawn than anything else.
Wait, really? Huh.
Oh yeah, there's actually a very fun story where the devs from Horizon Zero... Because here's the thing, Kojima doesn't have access to the Fox engine he built, because that's owned by Kojima.
Oh, jeez.
But the Horizon Zero Dawn developers, after he started Kojima Productions, invited him to show him Horizon Zero Dawn, and then gave him the source code for the engine as like a gift of appreciation, and that's what Death Stranding is built on.
Huh.
Which is why Death Stranding looks so good.
I mean, the game looks great. I will say that much. A little samey in like the beginning areas to a certain degree, but yeah, I can't speak for later in the game. But it looks great. The game's super.
I wouldn't recommend that game to everyone, and I think that makes it... Honestly, the sign of a good game to me is that most people don't want to play it. I know that sounds very hyperbolic, but that means that a game is very specific in what it's doing, and some people will love it, and some people will hate it, and I think that's better than most people being okay with it.
I don't know. I feel like there's a balance to be had there to a certain degree.
I think you just very much are not the target demographic for the game, is what it sounds like.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm super fine. I'm just saying that the game is very fun if it's the
having games that are like more specifically focused and don't try to don't compromise things to try to appeal to more people is good.
This game is more like...
I agree, but...
This game is about delivering fucking packages. It's closer to, like, Viscera cleanup detail than it is to Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
But it plays like Metal Gear Solid, so you just kind of have to accept that part.
Correct. Correct.
It has all the smooth gameplay of Metal Gear Solid with additional tripping. Because you're delivering packages.
Until you're a human Jenga tower.
You can choose to be a human Jenga tower. It sounds like you put too many things on your fucking back. Bro, you're only... just one Norman Reedus.
Right, I'm supposed to go the other way.
The game is about appreciating Kojima's choice in Icelandic, alternative bands.
Yes, that's fine. That is true.
That's a huge part of the game, is appreciating the music of Low Roar.
My love of Kojima's love of Icelandic rock music only could carry me so far. It carried me into a river where I was attacked by ghosts and decided, no, this isn't for me.
You didn't even get to the part where you were attacked by the ghost narwhal.
Nope, I sure didn't.
Everything I'm hearing just makes me want to try out Death Stranding more than... Like, Death Stranding did not interest me in the slightest until tonight.
Okay, can I give you the best pitch for Death Stranding, just because I actually like the game? With the full admission that I stopped playing the game 2/3 through the way, and I need to go back to it.
Sure, I mean...
There is a boss fight partway through the game, and it's the only real boss fight. Except, okay, there's one character that you have real boss fights against a couple times. And it feels like a Metal Gear Solid game all of a sudden. It goes from... The game will switch on a dime from package carrying, fall into river, get attacked by ghost, avoid the rain, build umbrellas to keep your packages from getting destroyed simulator, to World War II, dodge around all of the enemy units, shoot them with actual machine guns.
That hit?
No.
That hit. I saw the blue...
Oh, you got the thing.
Yeah, I saw the blue circle thing.
I think you just hit him not in the head.
Yeah.
I don't know how you hit him not in the head from that angle. He was all head.
Yeah.
I think I hit him in the shoulder.
If you ever play Death Stranding, I would say play it. And I hate to be the guy like, oh, it gets better here. Because I think that if you don't enjoy the game up to that point, you wouldn't enjoy the majority of the game. But that said, the best chapter, in my opinion, is when you hit Mad Mids.
I will say it is worth a shot. I will say, with the way the game looks, and as Vol has said, the gameplay is for someone. It's just not me.
You take packages from point A to point B, and that is all the game is. It's just super detailed in how you do it.
Fulton recovery subject.
If you have a good time with that, I think it's actually a lot of fun.
In my opinion, I will say, to its detriment, with how detailed it is in carrying the packages. It's super detailed.
Once you hit the point where you're investing your resources into building roads, and then you discover that, like, a bunch of other people online have also contributed resources.
We might need a stream reload. It's real pixely right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you might want to reset that.
Okay.
But, like, there's a point at which you're rebuilding roads across the map, and then, you build a section of it, and then you discover that other players have built 2 other sections of it, and they fill in for you.
Huh.
And you're like, oh, we're working together to help rebuild America, and it helps you, it feels good. There is a dopamine surge to you and a bunch of other blue-collar workers helping to rebuild a supply system. Like, it's that simple. That is all the game is. It's not more than this. I'm some pseudo-spiritual bullshit, but that's Kojima.
Right.
And again, like I said previously, I get it. And to a certain degree, it's... I don't know. That game was not for me. I tried. I gave it a good college try. I gave it a couple hours of my time and reached a point where, like I said, I fell into a river and was murdered by ghosts while the weird baby on my chest yelled at me.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was like, all right, I think I've seen what I need to see here.
Now, full disclosure. Did I smoke some weed while I was playing the game? Yes. The game is relaxing enough that you can do that.
Oh, that sounds entertaining.
It's meditative. I'll be honest with you. The game
Makes
is
sense.
not... The game isn't difficult until you're trying to balance 50 fucking things on your back on a motorcycle, and then that's your own fault.
How's the stream look now?
Better.
Yeah, solid. Honestly, it wasn't a frame rate issue, it was more a
Just
a
pixely?
Yeah, it was a resolution got real rough.
Got it.
We were looking at a green and brown sort of like pixel malaise.
Like the frame rate's a little lower now, but I would prefer low frame rate as opposed to the mosaic tile image we were looking at previously. Oh, I should check to see if there's anything worth grabbing.
It is a long chapter, actually.
You got the sneaking suit. It's really not.
Yeah, the sneaking suit honestly seems... It's not, like, the best. The main benefit to it seems to be you get one extra, like, weapon, like, thrown weapon slot, thrown or placed weapon slot, but you lose a item slot.
I would say the sneaking suit, if you never wanted to ever switch between missions, is probably just like the average case choice.
Yeah. The extra thing with the sneaking suit is it also like dulls the sound of your footsteps.
Yeah, it's very much like the average case uniform.
Is that a prisoner? Is that what that was over there?
Maybe.
Boy, I think it might just kind of be the cloudy situation here because we got pixel malaise back again.
Oh god.
It's fine.
I'll try one more reset of it.
Just as far as the trajectory for the rest of the stream goes, you're on mission 13, head for the lab.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's mission 14 and then a boss battle.
Correct.
Do you want to try the boss battle to end the stream?
Yeah, I think so. Probably, yeah.
Later than I thought it was.
Okay, then that will end chapter 2 entirely.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, chapter 1 has a lot of, like, preamble and cutscene. Same number of boss fights, weirdly enough.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Yeah, now the frame rate's better too, admittedly.
Take this banana man back to your home.
Yep. And then I think next stream we could probably get all the way through chapter 3, since chapter 3 is pretty meaty. And then the stream after that, we'll probably have... Yeah, I think... Ooh, it got real... Ooh, boy.
No.
Yeah, I'd say just power through.
Power through, it'll improve.
Yeah.
Is somebody there?
No. No one here.
No.
Where are you?
That's right. God, your corpse stance.
I see the dot on the radar, but I don't...
Is he around the bend?
Chapter 4 is going to be pretty short, but then things will get a little funky after chapter 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably do the extra ops before that.
Yeah. Well, I don't... I think we finish chapter 4, then we start the extra ops, is what it really looks like.
Is there anything important in here?
Hang on. Let me double check. 13. Two. Self.
Doesn't look like.
Nope, nothing. It's some rations were spotted here somewhere.
Okay.
But...
You can send more rations to Mother Base. That's it.
Yeah, I already grabbed the rations. Bird! Birds! Uh-oh.
Laissez-moi trouver. C'est moi le loup.
You're speaking French.
French. Fini de jouer à cache-cache. Dis-moi qui tu es.
Cache.
Please, do not kill me.
Again, I do not recommend the zoom function.
Yeah.
Please.
What are you doing here?
I don't think we're even zoomed right now.
No, this is as far out as it goes.
Caminada.
I mean, I guess zoom in on her face if you want. But
One of the soldiers? Please, lower your gun. Who are you?
I'm a
Goddamn your pervert mission, Kojima.
Poacher?
The gun's for self-defense.
That's not what I said.
I'm looking for that one rare bird in Costa Rica.
You know the one.
Which one? The Quetzal?
it's for self-defense against the bird.
Yeah, the Quetzal. Yeah.
They're rare, but they're not covered under the Washington
The Quetzal
Treaty.
killed my dad.
The resplendent Quetzal is red listed.
Really? You know your stuff.
I am an ornithologist myself.
Oh shit.
We'll have to compare notes later. Here, drink some of this.
It's bird piss.
I should have said I was a photographer again. Damn it.
I only have 2 covers.
They told me this was a paradise. That there were more rare birds here than anywhere else. That there was no war here. That it was safe.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you
They
got
told
fucking
me
lied to.
It was every birder's dream. But
Were they wrong?
They were wrong.
Or did they lie to you?
What happened?
if only I had not recorded that stupid voice.
Voice.
Oh.
I was trying to capture the Quetzal song.
Um.
Making my way through a thicket, I saw him.
Yeah, also, where are your pants?
Yeah, bro, the Sandinista Liberation Front has been going since 1961. I don't know what the fuck they told you.
Yeah.
I am loyal to myself.
Uh-oh.
I was captured by that woman. But she was kind. She gave me food to eat and even bathed me herself each day.
That's a drink, right?
But
Yes.
she said I could go home in a month.
Okay.
So whatever you do,
Yeah, did
don't
you think
take
it
off the
wasn't
blindfold.
sapphic enough?
Do so,
Here we go.
and you will never leave here.
Guess you didn't listen. How'd you escape?
It's gonna get
Waited
very
for
strange
nothing.
love in here.
Stolen ID card. They almost got me. But I managed to elude them.
You made it this far and then succumbed to exhaustion.
I was barefoot, with no supplies.
Not quite.
I am so sorry.
Hey, how do you feel about balloons?
That
Balloons?
facility. Did you see?
Oh, you mean the
Fulton?
Fulton.
There was another woman, but I never saw her in person.
Another
You
woman.
know, the blindfold.
Mommy,
Oh yes,
you hurt my
She often
mommy.
She sang?
Sang.
She never sang.
Sang?
such a strange song.
That's a drink.
Sure
What
is.
kind of person was she? Could you tell anything from her voice?
I don't know. I don't even know why I was held a prisoner. They confiscated my equipment, my supplies, my passport, money, everything. The only thing I was allowed to keep were my undergarments, so that I would not be able to escape.
And the necklace.
Now,
Notice.
I am without
You have
even
some kind of
means to
necklace
prove
as
who I
well.
am. I will not make it home to Paris like this.
In that case,
I like your
come to our
headband,
place.
though.
Nice
You don't
headband.
need a passport there. Don't even need.
I guess it was your blindfold.
If you want
But now
to
it's a
go to
headband.
Paris, we'll take you there anytime.
What I want is a shower, a change of clothes, and a cigarette.
I've
Oh,
got
extremely French.
cigars, Cuban,
Not French cigarettes? I prefer unfiltered.
fresh out. But come back to my place and you can have all the.
We
French
definitely
cigarettes you
have a
want.
bunch of French cigarettes.
Hey, maybe don't phrase it like that when you're talking to a woman with no pants on.
Into something better.
What are you talking about? What's wrong
You
with
want to
it?
get into my French unfiltered
You must
cigarette
have taken
van?
a look at the facility when you escaped, right?
Wait.
Oh no.
What sort of machinery. A big computer.
Just saying we have cigarettes for her. What's the problem?
What about the room where you heard the voice? Anybody in there?
I don't know. There was a tube.
Did it have a red glowing light at the top and bottom?
When I approached it, I heard a voice.
Was it singing?
What did it say?
Jack.
Said Jack?
Yes.
Oh my god, my mommy is in the AI!
Sometimes I forget if my name is Jack or John.
Listen, you've got to get me out of here. I really need a shower.
I think I figured out the plot point, guys.
What? You're not thinking of going in there, are you? You can't leave me here.
Relax. I'll have some friends pick you up.
Hey Snake, have you determined the turning point between AI
We don't have room for any
in
more
the Metal Gear
civilians here.
universe?
Not even for a blonde brazier.
Between AI and what?
What? So she's
Magic, I guess.
pretty foxy.
Oh my god, guys.
It's true. I think we found Paz's friend.
The missing one?
I'm thinking that she's the one that made that tape.
Wait.
Have her listen to it.
Hang
when she
on.
gets there.
So she's safe then. Good.
Why is her friend
You can
French?
really- You can really tell that Kojima was going through a blonde
The ruins
phase.
are just up ahead.
Like going from frickin' 3 up through Peace Walker.
Stay put. Ever wonder what it's like?
I mean, hell, the fucking Fortune was blonde.
Hey, do you want to be a bird?
Yeah, I guess back all the way. Man, I guess it goes all the way back to Liquid then, huh?
Yeah.
Was Meryl? Meryl was blonde too, right?
No, Meryl was redhead.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But to be fair, redhead. She was a redhead from Zone of the Enders,
Oh, that was Police Knots.
or Police Knots rather. She was a character design that already existed.
Right. More redheads, Kojima.
The mission ain't over.
Yeah, I'm used to there being one of those, and then the mission ends.
Always box your way up there, Snake.
I was gonna
I
say.
think you only have one screen left, but you know, don't fuck it up.
I don't know why it's so picky about the angle you place the box.
Can I get back to box? Looks like I probably can.
Yeah, you'll probably just have to like run around.
Huh. That's how they work now, huh?
As far as I know, there's no actual first person in this game at all.
Well, there's the binoculars, and
Well,
when
I
you,
guess the binoculars
and when
and the
you
sniper
when you
rifle.
do a sniper scope, when you look down a sniper scope, and the analyzer, I think, goes into first person as well. Come on, turn around.
John, we're not going anywhere near Vulcan levels. Don't worry.
Yeah, no one will go full Vulcan.
Like,
As I understand, based on what you've said, the next worst enemy is, or the next worst, like, villain compared to Vulcan is, like, Armstrong from Rising.
I would argue if the three worst villains in all of Metal Gear are Skullface, Vulcan,
Skullface. I haven't
and
even
Armstrong.
I haven't even heard of Skullface.
Skullface is pretty bad.
Skullface, I would say, is Vulcan levels.
You
Not
don't hear
quite
about him
as-
because we don't like Skullface nearly as much as we like Vulcan.
The Vulcans at least has some level of silliness to him.
Uh-huh.
Skullface does not.
I see.
Like, alright, if I'm gonna be just completely frank for a second, like, no jokes, Vulcan inflicts sexual violence in a way that they don't directly talk about in the game itself.
Right.
But it's implied.
Right.
Imagine for a second that implication was very, very front and center and not fun.
Hmm.
And then you have Skullface.
Great.
I don't like Metal Gear Solid 5 for this reason.
Ah.
We're gonna put trigger warnings all over that game.
Oh yeah, no, 5 will get a bunch of trigger warnings. Like there is some pretty brutal stuff in 5. Like even the torture, I would say, is more explicit and brutal than in previous games.
Yeah, it's not a fucking minigame. You're doing it to other people.
Yep.
The enemy's close.
Shut.
Ah, shit.
Ah, fuck.
You got them all. They canceled the alert because you got them all. They
It went red, though. It's still an alert.
That's true.
Now, am I saying that because I already drank? Yes.
Okay, well...
Egg? I know you're a few drinks in, but come on, man.
Not funny, Snake.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's
fair.
harassment. They're employees now.
Snake, we have an HR department.
That's true.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Now, admittedly, they don't do much, but...
Snake, don't pull her, Rooster Teeth. Come on. We have an HR department.
Ooh. Ooh.
No, believe me, I agree. It's more than it's more. There's implication to the point with Volgin, and he's comically evil. Skullface is fucked up evil to a degree that is hard to quantify.
Let's make it super clear. Is Volgin's sort of sexualized violence distasteful? Yeah,
Absolutely,
extremely.
yes.
But there is an element to the way Eva reacts to it, where she's like, I am a spy on a mission. And I'm not saying that downplaying makes it okay, but I mean it makes it less distasteful. There's an element of less robbing agency from her. We'll get to Ground Zeroes, and you'll see that there's not an opportunity for characters to regain agencies, and they pick the most vulnerable characters to lose agency. Like, it's
bad. Yeah, I will.
I couldn't have made it worse if I had attempted to write it worse.
Correct. It's bad. Like the some of the subject matter, gameplay in 5 is my favorite in the series, as I've said before. But the subject matter is brutal. Remarkably brutal.
It's I would say not only is it brutal, but it is brutal in a way Kojima is not prepared to write for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Kojima is prepared to write a James Bond caper, like Metal Gear Solid 3. He is not prepared to write a deep dive on child soldiers and sexual violence.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... There's a lot of levity in these games that kind of, like, brings us out of the darker moments that don't really exist quite so much in 5.
I see.
We're not playing Spec Ops The Line here.
Yeah.
We're playing the game where Snake fights robots.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And dresses naked to do so.
Yep. I made it. I got to the
Mayan temple.
the Mayan ruins. Mayan temple thing.
Now,
wow.
is this in the correct geographic location? No.
Yeah, they kept saying it's a big old Mayan temple.
What?
Shit, it didn't work.
I mean, they said it was north.
Damn.
It won't open.
Mission complete. I can't get in.
Huey sucks.
God damn it. God damn it.
As an example of how things can kind of get unfun in 5.
No, jeez.
To a certain degree, that's actually on the lower end of things. It's not a huge spoiler to say that Huey will be in the game, and Huey does go through some torture in that game. And the part of it we see is brutal enough in that he has like kind of a leg unit attached to his legs.
Huey,
and a character
your
sets
ID
it to
card
just
isn't
start
working.
turning
It won't open the
wrong
lock.
way.
Oof.
And just leaves it to turn.
What's going on?
She hates me that much? Strangelove's in charge of authorizing IDs. Sometimes a working card has its privileges removed. Say, if she decides she doesn't like that card's carrier.
You think that's what happened?
Well, I was never exactly her favorite. Well,
No kidding.
This could be tricky. The soldiers outside aren't allowed in the lab either, so their cards won't
I
do
swear,
you any
it's
good.
like trying to wrangle like a rabid dog to keep you from like shit-talking Huey.
Yeah. Hi.
Cecile.
Oh, hey.
How'd it feel to fly?
Hi.
He hasn't done anything yet.
I felt what it must be like to be a bird. It almost made me want to give up my research and get a pilot's license. Did you need something?
You said you'd gotten an ID card, right?
Yes, but it was confiscated when the guards got me.
Shit.
Who took it?
Huey is the
What did it
spirit
look
box
like?
of human
He
beings.
had
to
an
me.
arms jacket.
It's hard for me not to talk about how much I hate
Yeah, they all look pretty much
Yeah, I
the
noticed
same.
he shows up in
Where did it
conversation and you're just like, you know what? I hate Huey.
I sure do.
Yes, I do remember hearing this.
I kind of like the idea that as soon as he arrives at
Just
Mother
what I
Base,
expect from a
Bigfoot just hates
birder.
him. Just despises him immediately. Can't really pin why, but does not like him.
What's that song?
It's my cat cell. I took it with me when I was rescued.
Didn't you say something about them being covered under the Washington Convention?
Just kidding. That was just me. An imitation. An essential skill for any ornithologist. Pretty good, no?
Damn good.
If you want to hear the Quetzal song again, just let me know. I can tell you all about the birds of Costa Rica, too.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cecile.
No. Thank you, Snake. Talk to you soon.
You got it.
Did you play that tape for Cecile?
I sure did. It's hers, all right.
Then she must be.
She's not. Cecile says she's never even met Paz.
What the fuck?
What?
She's at least 10 years too old.
But
I'm guessing Paz convinced herself that it was the tape her friend made. But never mind that. Let's go over what we know
Something
so far.
about this seems
The
fishy.
soldier with the ID card is wearing an orange jacket and is in a location where you'll hear Quetzal singing. Find that soldier, retrieve that card.
I see.
I got a report in from the R&D
Uh-huh.
team. They finished plans for a new Hex-type plant. And today they're gonna
Hex-type plant, you say?
First block. Can't wait to finally say goodbye to this scrap heap. Only thing is, we don't have nearly enough GMP. We'll need to recruit more soldiers to get more GMP. You know what to do, Snake.
Hex type, you say?
Hexagonal struts. Is that perhaps
Sigma.
ring
Wait.
bells?
Coming this? That does sound familiar, yes. If that's what you're asking.
Cool, I'll finish my drink then.
That last name looks Spanish. Hell, that second name looks Spanish.
Hell, only that first name sounds French.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a Tommy gun.
Oh, cool. Hey, I got the book. Popular Pulp Magazine. Once that anyone who notices it will stop to read it. Face location be set, ready, then press R1 to set.
I will say part of the reason I hate Huey as well comes into the fact that I feel bad for Otacon having to
Alligator
dealt with
leveled up.
Huey.
I mean, to an extent, you know what happens to Otacon.
Correct.
Never mind. Do you have enough GMP to build the fucking strut?
Did it just make it?
Yeah, it said it did. It was like, we don't nearly have enough GMP. Cut to you having enough GMP.
We get back to base and like, Cause, what were you talking about? We got plenty of GMP.
Made that 12-year-old shoot people. Made me a lot of money.
Being reasoned with and break due to intense hostility.
I never should have told that, man.
See, this is why we have an HR department.
Alright. I'm gonna take a quick break before we continue. There's one more mission and a boss fight, as I understand, that we can probably do that, right?
Unless 2 more missions, essentially.
As long as the next mission isn't a long mission.
I think we'll be fine.
It's not longer than this mission, I don't think.
Okay.
I'll put it this way. I don't think we're going till 4 a.m.
Yeah, no, as long as we're not going past like 2, I guess, at the latest.
It is at worst as long as this mission.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah, all of these missions are capped at like 45 minutes, essentially.
Yeah.
If that.
Alrighty. Be back in a bit then.
Aight, power.
Yep, indeed. Sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I can't contain my hatred for Huey.
Like, I was like waiting until he showed up, and I was like, is he just gonna shit on Huey the moment he shows up and sort of spoil the plot twist? And you did.
Well, the thing is, the plot twist, I feel like, is still there. Because the thing is, what we have about Huey, what we know from playing the other games thus far, we know he's a shitbag because of the way he treated Otacon.
Yeah, but the point of Huey, I think, is you're waiting for the shoe to drop, and like, he's so fucking charismatic that you don't notice. Like, you can say that about Huey. He has the same charisma Otacon has. That ingratiates people to him, but none of the moral compass.
No. He's just the worst. But the thing is, we still haven't necessarily seen that yet, outside of knowing what he does to his son. We know that. We know, that is the main fucking reason I hate Huey.
Oh, I get it, but like the point at this point in the story, you're supposed to look at him and be like, how does this person turn into that person? And that's supposed to be answered in 5, but you're like losing your shit over it already.
Well, here's the thing. I have said nothing about what happens in 5 with Huey outside of the fact he does get a little tortured. All I've said thus far with my hatred focused towards Huey in this game is from the way he treated his son. That is why I truly hate Huey. I have nothing to say for what he does in the future.
Technically at this point you have no reason to think he did anything bad to his son. You have every reason to think he did something bad to his stepdaughter.
Well, what he did to his family. Let's put it that way.
Yes. All he did is drown himself in a pool.
Yeah.
That is, at this point in time, the only thing we know about Huey Emmerich is that he discovers his son is having an affair with his stepmom, and then he drowns himself in a pool. And attempts to drown the stepdaughter, but fails.
Yeah. We know he fucking sucks as a result of that. The way he mistreated his children is, key reason I fucking hate Huey. Not to say anything for anything else he does.
Which is completely understandable, but don't worry, Colonel, they managed to avoid drowning.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact he fucking tried.
Yeah, no, it done. It's one of those things where you kind of look at the dude and you're like, I know you're a bad dude. Where do you go wrong?
And you see that we still don't know that. We don't know that yet, and that's fine. We still haven't seen that part, but we already know he sucks.
You know, I'm a little tipsy, and I'm looking at the portrait I drew for you, and now I'm like, I would change a couple things about it. Well, you ever do that, where you have a piece of art, and like, you're in a slightly altered state of mind, you look at it, and you're like, fuck, I would change 2 things about it.
I have that completely sober, so...
Well, I have to be at least 2 stages drunk to even look at my art.
Curiosity, what would you change?
I think I gave you too like bulbous of like a bottom like lip shape.
Yeah, probably a little bit. My mouth is very small, admittedly.
Oh, I mean, I would keep that mouth shape because Kojima has very wide, Yoji Shinkawa has very wide mouths, and I was basing this very much on Metal Gear Solid 1 portraits. All right, night, John. But I would, just with the way I rendered it, I would probably have, like, not given you as full of a bottom lip and given you more of a top lip a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have
really
much
let the upper mustache shine, you know?
Yeah, that's, I guess, the mustache I do got. I got the space between the nose and the lip, but not much actual lip. So, I will say, I actually was paying close attention to my facial structure recently, because I tried to recreate myself in the character creator for 5, so that would further solidify some things we're planning.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Also, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, like completely 100% honest with you, I have a habit on like weekends and stuff of getting really high and just like putting on some music and just sketching. And 100% these portraits are a result of that.
Ah, I see.
I was in a completely altered state of mind when I drew both of these. I have no real excuse for how they turn out, and I'm fine with that.
I mean, hey, I think they turned out wonderfully.
Oh, thank you.
It is by far one of the most flattering images of myself that may exist at this point.
Oh, you're handsome. Shut up.
Well, I will say one thing, that the headphones, so you guys don't get to see it very frequently. So one of the weird things that I've got going on, I'll kind of show as once I remove the Power Hour image, but I have weirdly small ears. So you don't really notice it with the over-ear headphones.
I'm back.
You know, I saw you in real life not very long ago, and I cannot conjure the shape of your ears.
Yeah, hang on.
Wait, what?
Take these off for a minute. So my ears, compared to kind of the rest of my head, are a little weird and a little small. Especially like this one's kind of like weirdly shaped. I got ear issues.
Yeah, but they're like have a fun sort of upward elven type shape.
A little bit. They
don't have like the sort of like uniform sort of C shape round ears, which I feel would look a little worse.
Fair enough.
As long as your ears are going in a direction.
I guess I'll take it.
Yeah. I looking at myself in the mirror. Let me look.
My nose is also kind of a weird shape as well, but it's not like an unappealing weird shape to me.
I mean, my nose is like, it's kind of crooked, and then the tip of it is like it's round. It's very round.
Guys, you're both a little tipsy and very handsome. Please stop judging yourselves.
One of those things.
Well, thank you. You also.
Thank you. I don't have a face cam. Not for lack of having a face cam, but just because I'm too lazy to actually set up the green screen behind it. Because we're uncomfortable with the angle of our face cam, which would show off the entirety of our apartment.
I see. Understandable.
Gotcha. We literally have like a whole like green screen we could set up, and we have not yet.
Yeah, I've never put the like effort into doing the green screen stuff, but that's because I got my.
I just put lights up in my room instead.
You know what? For Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm gonna resolve to actually set up the green screen.
Oh.
People should be able to see full.